I realized I had a skill set that I could help others, and it totally cured me. Like it was better than any antidepressant.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Amy, a woman entrepreneur, and she's the founder of Beanie Beyond Medicine Sour Soap Solution of Product. But Amy, Lacey is a visionary entrepreneur and health advocate, widely recognized for founding CaliFlour Foods, the innovative brand that pioneered the cauliflower pizza crust and sparked $1 billion industry. So,
Yes.
Amy, tell us, what are the 5 steps to make your first billion?
Well, I have what I call the 5 P's of my business that I'm going to share with you. But I also want to say that for a startup, it's really important, before I go into the 5 P's, it's just really important to know your numbers and to make sure, like, cash is king and data is everything. So know how to look at your numbers, know how to keep some cash, and never quit. But let me tell you about the 5 P's of my business, because I think these are what really drove the first cauliflower pizza crust and my current business. And the cauliflower pizza crust, in our second year, we did over 20 million, and we were selling a pizza crust every 6 seconds online.
Very impressive.
Yeah, we were the number one pizza crust on Amazon for 16 months. So I say that not to brag, but just to give myself some credibility for why I think these 5 P's contributed. So to start off with, if somebody's thinking about starting a business, I believe that you've got to be really passionate about it. Like, serve the person you once were. So if you had a problem, if you're a coach, solve that problem that you had, so you can be really passionate about. Now, I have a girlfriend who's written business books, bestsellers, and she says, no, you don't need to be passionate. And I agree. If you own a car wash and you're not there every day, or you own a coffee shop and you're not in it every day, yeah, I guess you don't have to be passionate. But if you're in your business, if you're a coach, if you're in real estate, if you're like me and you develop products and you're in the business every day, which you should be as an owner, I think, you need to be passionate. You need to have passion. And the best way
I can see your passion.
You got to have passion. Which is my first P. I say the 5 P's of my business. I believe that if you can serve the person you once were, whatever problem that looks like, you're going to be very successful. So that leads me into product. A lot of times I'm teaching this 5 P's of the business, and I will teach it at different places, or I'll talk about it on stage. Products can be different things. For me, it's a physical product, right? I have a supplement company. I had a cauliflower pizza crust. Others, it's a coaching business, or it's real estate. Whatever it is, that product, you need to come at it authentic, genuine, no schmarmy, no cutting corners. Don't go after something just for the money, right? That's where passion comes back too. The money will follow if you are authentic and genuine about the product that you have. So if you're a coach something that really means something to you. If you're in real estate, you're really passionate about the market. You're really passionate about selling whatever it is, commercial properties, home, whatever it is. You're passionate about teaching others how to do it. Be authentic with your product. If you're just doing something for the money, it's going to fail. The money will follow an authentic, genuine product. Okay. So then the other thing is perseverance. There's a lot of highs and lows in business. You probably know this. Like, there's not a whole lot in between, right?
Tell me about it.
You're really high one day and you're on your knees.
If I tell you stories, I will depress you. So let's don't go there.
Well, I have tons of those stories too. I remember in CaliFlour Foods, one day I lost the company $1 million. We don't probably have enough time for me to go into that story, but I will tell you I've had a lot of lows and a lot of highs. And so perseverance, what is going to get you through those lows to persevere? Because on the other side of a low is always a high. And I used to say the lows would come in threes and then I could expect something really great. When something looked really, really bad 3 times in a row, maybe 3 different things, something great was about to happen.
Oh,
And
wow.
so
I love it.
I always can look forward to that. But the other thing that got me through is testimonials and letters that were sent to me. So during the CaliFlour days with the cauliflower pizza crust, diabetics could eat pizza again. Low carb people were thanking me because they were losing weight eating our pizza crust. And so those testimonials and those stories when things were really low, that's what got me out of bed. That's what kept me going because I had raving customers and raving fans. So for you, it might be something different, but you got to find what's going to get you out of bed when you're in the lowest point ever. And just remember, nothing stays the same. It always changes. So the lowest of lows might be a low on a Monday, but by Friday could be a high. So that's what I say about perseverance. The other thing is people. This is really, really important. So I read a book where it talked about don't hire the Harvard grad, hire people that are hungry, humble, with strong emotional intelligence. So I did that with CaliFlour. I looked for hungry, humble, strong emotional intelligence. I didn't look for the highest educated person. I looked for those 3 qualities. It's a Patrick Leononsi book. And you know what? It paid off. I had the best people around me. So make sure that you have really good people around you. The other thing I did was I always was in a mastermind. So I was always around people that were doing bigger and better things than me so I could learn from them.
Wow.
And if you've ever gone to a conference, which I can see behind you, you have. I mean, there's JT. I think Tony Robbins was in there. Like these are like Tony Robbins. Go to one of his seminars and you're going to walk away with new skill sets, you know? So I think it's important to put yourself in the room with people that have done bigger and better things before. So another thing is people, and then your internal team, get those hungry, humble with strong emotional intelligence. And then finally, my last P, which I think is one of the most important ones, is paying it forward. Now, paying it forward can look like a lot of different things. When we first started out with CaliFlour, we had no money. So we were donating a little bit to a cause and we were working the cause as a team. But by the time we were making 8 figures, I was basically donating a check to my employees to pick their charity, like the employee of the month, let them pick their charity and we would pay it forward. But we also did a lot. Yeah, we would do a lot as far as like volunteering and also donating money. But here's another thing that paying it forward did for me. After I sold CaliFlour, I moved from Northern California to Florida. And the venture capitalists, I was no longer the CEO and they fired my team. I didn't have my team anymore and I felt lost and I got really depressed, to be honest with you. I didn't know what my purpose was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Venture capitalists can change things a lot. I've learned that the hard way. But I literally didn't know myself. So I went into a total funk. I got really depressed again. I'm known to be a binge eater when I get depressed. So I was binge eating and I wasn't functioning well because I lost my entire identity. The way that I got out of that funk was paying it forward. So COVID hit right after I moved. And a lot of people that had brick and mortar businesses were suffering, as you know. A lot of doors were closing. So I made myself available. I consider myself an e-commerce genius, and that's how I sold.
Oh, you definitely are. You definitely are.
And so what I did was I started a business called Brick and Mortar to Click and Order. And that was basically taking your brick and mortar business and going online. While I charged some people because they wanted really extensive help, and I hired my old CaliFlour team to help me. Others, I just volunteered to help them get them on their feet, like get their business online and get them back to earning some revenue. And when I started that business, I got out of my depression and out of my funk. I was paying it forward. I was using my skill set and paying it forward. And a lot of it was volunteer. The other thing I did was this Warrior Women's event where I gave away scholarships to females that were starting businesses. And that was, if you have the monetary ability to give money away, that's great. But it's more about just helping people and getting out of your own way. Because if you're not volunteering or doing something, you're wallowing in your own self-pity. And that's what I was doing. So the minute COVID hit, I realized I had a skill set that I could help others. And it totally cured me. Like it was better than any antidepressant. So those are the 5 P's of my business, and I really contribute all of those to the success I've had.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.